Okay, so this video is going to talk about the basic essentials that you need for a kayak. The reason I'm doing this is, as you can see, I have an ultra low volume kayak, so I've had to jettison a lot of my gear. I just bring the essentials. So everything you must have when you go kayaking, the basics: life jacket, spray skirt, bottles of water, sunscreen, shades, the easy stuff. But then you also want a pump, a water pump. If you capsize and need to empty water out of the kayak, this makes it a lot easier. Never go kayaking without one. You're going to need dry bags to store your gear. I have 2 dry bags inside of this dry bag, so they're triple dry bag is what I do. My cell phone and my keys go in there. Extra paddle. You should never go kayaking without an extra paddle. It's very foolish too. If you accidentally capsize in a kayak, you will almost always lose your paddle. Just about everybody lets go of the paddle when they accidentally capsize. So having a second paddle is completely key. Something else you want is a whistle. There's no excuse for going kayaking without a whistle. They're tiny, they take up no space, they weigh nothing, and you can signal SOS with the whistle. You also need a knife. I happen to have my knife on a sheath on my arm. I keep it right there. You want to keep your knife somewhere where you can get to it no matter what. If you capsize and get tangled up in something, this is what's going to save your life. You have to have access to it. And the little Swiss Army knives, in my opinion, are useless. Can you imagine being underwater, tangled up in something, trying to get your thumb, that fingernail inside the little notch in the blade to open that knife up? It ain't going to happen. This right here is a dive knife. Good idea to go to an actual dive shop and buy a knife specifically designed for diving in salt water. It won't rust nearly as easily as other knives. So, and keep it in an accessible place. You can also use your knife, if it's a shiny knife, to signal for SOS. If it's a sunny day, you see a boat off on the horizon, you make your fingers into a V and you direct the sunlight in between your fingers and you put the boat in between your fingers, and this will signal. This will send a light beam to the boat, and you flick it in and out 3 times, and that's the SOS signal. So it doubles as a cutting blade and as an emergency signaling device if you're trying to get help.